Good morning. I am your sponsor and or your upline director, and I just wanted to walk you through your 70 days. Today we're going to be talking about your first 1 to 3 days of what you should be doing. So you may have already started. This may be your first couple days, and some of this you may have already done. But this video is for you to also utilize for your new team members once you begin to sponsor, so you could pass this video along to them. Now, in the resources tab, there is a breakdown of 70-day coaching plan. So as a consultant, you're an independent business owner, you're welcome to follow this plan on your own, or you can utilize the coaching through me, and hopefully I will be able to explain some things more that are a little bit more clarified than in the coaching program. So the best way for you to succeed in this coaching process is for you to make sure you take notes, any questions that pop up that aren't answered in this, and make sure you send them to your sponsor or myself immediately after you watch this video, to make sure that you're not wasting any time and getting your answers, your questions answered, in order for you to help you get off to a sensational start. So the first very important step of your business is first to celebrate. You're a Scentsy consultant! So congratulations. And you didn't expect that, did you? But that's a very important thing, is to be excited, to be very, very excited, because this is the beginning of a new journey for you and so many possibilities. The sky's the limit with this business. So whether you just joined to, make some extra income and off your own purchases, and maybe the convenience of placing your order yourself and maybe selling to some close circle of friends and family, or you're looking to grow personally through trainings, and which direct sales is definitely known for the personal growth, because you are exposed to a lot of different types of training on a personal level and for your business, which basically go hand in hand. Or maybe a social reason, for just to get to meet new people, get out in circulation. Some stay-at-home moms, they just want to have a mommy day, that they have somewhere to go once a week or something. Whatever that may be, it may be just as simple as the love for the product. So whatever your reason you initially joined, it's very, very important to know why you're doing this. The reason why it's important to know why you're doing this is because when you know why you are, you're able to find what you need to be doing in order to complete those that goal. So for instance, if you did just simply join to place your orders and make it more simple to get your products, and maybe just sell to a couple friends, insert hands reach people, and you're not looking to go outside of your circle, this is important for your sponsor and your coach, your upline, as far as myself as definitely, is if you are looking to simply place orders and not participate in any trainings, getting to know the business side of the business, become in a leadership position, build your team in order to create an income. If that's not what you're looking for, at least right now, then there's not as a lot that your sponsor and your upline will need to participate in your business with, other than aside from just, random questions. Which you're welcome to at any time reach out to us. Again, I may not be your direct sponsor. This video is going to everybody in my downline. So whether I'm your direct sponsor or not, I am your upline. So you're welcome to go up the line and reach out to me with any questions. So with that being said, I want everybody to know that with building a team, we have to be able to gauge where we put our time. So I never want any of you that are just doing this for a hobby to think that you are not important. and that your time, that I myself as your sponsor or director upline, would not make time for you, even if you are simply a hobbyist and just love your Scentsy. Because guess what? That's awesome. That is the majority of us, is we just love our product. And for me personally, it just turned into a career for me. Didn't expect it to. But the reason why I say that is because I do have the same amount of time that you do in your in 24 hours. And so it is very important for me to be strict with my time and where I put my energy and time into. I do have my own business to run, which is with my own clients, and fundraisers that I run, which takes time as well. Customer care. So I do have to make sure that I have time for that. But then also, because I am a leader in the business, and I do care about mentoring anybody that's looking for guidance and growth in this business, I do put aside time for that. You will find that I do take every Monday night at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time for you guys to be there with me. If you need me live, I am there to chat with you, to train you, to bounce ideas off you. So you have me live every Monday, aside for some holidays or maybe some emergencies, but you always have access to me. With that being said, the people that are looking to grow a business and mentor other people and build a team and help other people, there are specific skills that I have to, I am obligated to provide, to pass on to them, which takes more time, which is more personal one-on-one coaching and additional coaching programs. So that is where I have to be very careful with scheduling my time. So with that being said, you may not hear from me directly on a regular basis if you are simply a hobbyist, because there's not much that you need from me unless you let me know. So you may start off as a hobbyist, but then dive in and start seeing all these amazing things that's available to you with Scentsy, and your products just start selling and people are hosting and people are joining. And before you know it, you're like, oh my gosh, I have this business and I don't know what to do. That's when it's time for you to reach out and say, hey, I need to chat. I need some assistance. So until that, or if that ever does happen, I tend to have to pick and choose who is doing specific activity in the business that may need my assistance. So that's where that comes from. So I just want to get that out there to let everybody know why you may or may not get more one-on-one coaching. The biggest reason is because you haven't asked. So just from the get-go, you're brand new. I want you to know that you are welcome to one-on-one time with me, as long as you let me know that you are in need of it or you desire it, because we are our own business owners, and I'm not your boss. I'm not your supervisor. I am simply your biggest cheerleader and support system if you need it. So please utilize me as that support when and if you ever need it, as far as situations with other people, clients, hostesses, maybe team members once they start to join. But I will invest as much time in you as much as you invest in your business, and as much as you let me know that you'd like me to. So let's get that out of the way. So let's get back to your why. If you join for just that, then it is important for you to learn how to set up your online party, place orders, and know where to go to find the tools for any promotions that may be happening that month, so you can basically share it with your circle of people, whether it's this big or this big, okay? So we're gonna talk about that. Now, those of you that have a why that's other than just selling, I'd like you to write it down, and so you can visually see why you're doing this. A lot of us have more deeper reasons. Some of us really need that extra income, and that extra income may not be substantial, but it will substantially help you in your life. So think about what that dollar amount means to you, what that looks like, and what it would do for your life. So if you are sitting and you didn't even think about, you know, I need extra income, and you haven't taken the time to say what that extra income is in order to make your life a little bit less tight, ask yourself, if I could pay my car payment with my Scentsy money, what would that do for my family and my life? What type of stress would that relieve? Now, it may not even be that much of an income that you need assistance with Scentsy. It may simply be that I want to go get my nails done without having to worry about if I can afford it, get my hair done, and not have to, you know, budget it in. You know that your Scentsy is going to pay for your, you know, luxuries, which I think we all deserve. Especially the majority of us are women, and women, our confidence comes with how we look sometimes. So if we haven't had a chance to do the things that make us feel feminine and confident, you know, it can get hard on our self-esteem. So that itself, I always give that example, is because the majority of women do feel that way, but they've never really thought about applying it to their Scentsy business. Because even on a personal level, with your marriage, if you're not confident and receiving the things you need to do to feel good about yourself, your marriage can suffer. So Scentsy can help you with that. So now the people that just joined just for the love of Scentsy and had no idea that they needed extra income, this scenario that I just shared with everybody else, you may be thinking, oh, wow, I never thought about that. I can actually do that. So this is for everyone. Scentsy tends to introduce and open doors into places that we never have had a chance to explore. And we think we're fine. We think, oh, I'm fine. I don't need any money, or I'm fine. I don't need any more friends. But I will tell you, the more you learn and let yourself be exposed to the things that Scentsy has available to you, the more you will see that it has so much to provide for you. So when you're looking to grow a business in Scentsy, meaning what that means is everybody that joins the company has their own business. Okay, let's put that aside. Everybody does. Whether you're selling to your mom and yourself, it's a business because you are, you know, buying and selling products. But when you are looking to actually have a clientele and grow your clientele, put effort and time into customer care with them and keeping up with them, as well as sponsoring new people, there's a level of time that needs to be put in, and sacrifice sometimes. Sometimes you have to make an appointment with a client or a potential consultant or a consultant that you're coaching. Like, for instance, this time that I'm making this video is time out of my day. So I have to budget this time in my day to make this video for you, in hopes that this is going to assist you in the success of your business. It doesn't guarantee that it's going to benefit you or myself in my business or in my life, but I'm willing to do it because I know that the more support you have, the more likely you will be successful. So with that being said, we need to know deep down what's keeping us from stopping to make those sacrifices, meaning meeting that client at, you know, Starbucks at 7 o'clock at night when usually you're, you know, putting your kids down for bed. So you're making a sacrifice, an exception to meet that client in order to build your business. So why would you do that? There has to be a why that's deep down that tells you, okay, this is why I'm doing this, because if I do this, I will receive this in the long run, whatever that may be. So we have to know what our goal is. What is that why that is worth the time and the effort that you're putting in, which I call you're paying your dues. You're paying your dues in building your business. So what is your why? Again, it could be this small, it can be this big, but whatever it is, we have to know what it is. So please write it down. Write down, even those of you that are like, this video is way too long, I literally just want to place an order. Please write it down for yourself, because when you may be up for your 3 months, because every 3 months we do have to place an order of a minimum of 150 PRV, which is personal retail volume. When that 3 months is up and you haven't placed an order and you're ready, you're actually on that's called the will cancel list. And it's basically time for you to activate yourself with 150 PRV, letting the company know that you still want to be a consultant. What is going to make you go, okay, I need to put a little bit of effort into my business right now. I need to make some phone calls, maybe see if my mom and my sister need some Scentsy, whatever level you've, actually sold to, however many people you've introduced your business to. Why would you make those phone calls and not just let your business go? Do you like the perks of getting commission off of your own purchases? Is that helping in any way, just rolling it back in? So you're basically getting a discount. Do you like the fact that you are placing orders for everybody around you and then you're the host every time? So you're not only getting paid off of this product, but you're also getting free and half off items. So in essence, you're never paying full price for your products now that you are absolutely in love with. So there's a lot of whys that we have to think about. What would make you not want to quit? So what are the benefits? Now, you may not know what those benefits are at this moment. You may literally say, Jess, I don't know, it just made sense at the time, but now I'm really not sure why I joined. And that happens to a lot of people. But I will tell you, in the end, the initial reason is from the love of the product of some way. Okay. Whether you believe in it as a company, as a business, a tool, or you literally believe in the product that you use yourself. So that is a given. So definitely think everybody should write that down just to remind yourself. And then if it gets deeper, write that down. Okay, so what is your why? Discuss the strategies of the Shooting Star Award. This is very important for us to talk about. Now, the day you joined was day 1, and hopefully your sponsor let you know that. Now, if they didn't, you have to consider the communication process. Were you easily able to communicate with them on your end or theirs? So one thing that is very important for you to know is that emails, now that you have a business, whatever level you take it to, it's very important to check your emails. Because the day you started, you got an email from the home office letting you know about how to get onto your workstation and your first 15 days. So hopefully you're aware of that, whether it was from the home office or your sponsor. Now, any month that you join and you earn 500 in sales in your first 15 days, you earn a chance to purchase a enhancement kit of $200. Okay, the value is over $200, but you get to purchase it for $200. And what that kit it consists of is extra products that's going to help you build your business faster, meaning you're going to be able to show more of our products that we sell in person for your display at your home parties. You're going to be able to utilize them yourself for firsthand testimony. And you're also going to be able to lend them to your clients that may have never used them before. So you'll have more tools in your business than the startup kit. Now, the startup kit is everything you need to start your business, 100%. You don't need the enhancement kit. This is just an option that you have the opportunity to purchase within your first 90 days. They give you that 90-day kind of leeway because they know that, one, you may have barely scraped together $99 to get your kit, so they don't want you to have to spend extra money until you start getting some money coming in from your business, which is, by the 3rd month, if you are following the strategies that Scentsy provides for you, you will see that you are collecting an income by that 3rd month, and you'll be able to put that money aside and roll that back into your business. Now, the bonus is that you get to get commission off of that purchase. Now, your first initial kit, the $99 in the US, if you join in the US, whatever your initial kit that you purchased cannot be counted as commission, because basically it's the fee of starting your business. Now, again, depending on what country you live in, you may be able to use that as a tax deduction for a business write-off. For instance, the USA, you are able to do that. So make sure that you are collecting and printing those purchases of anything that has to do with your business supplies, which your startup kit is a business supply. That's another benefit of joining. Maybe you join for the tax write-off. So there's a lot of different bonuses of being a Scentsy consultant. It's just you have to take the time to learn. Now, I will encourage you to do training calls, whether you're in this just for the discount or not, because you may find another option that you could utilize this business for that you didn't even know was an option. Okay, so I definitely encourage at least to do some training calls, you know, your new consultant training call, as well as jump on the training center in your work center and click on existing, explore existing content, and then go to your new consultant. And that is going to get you going, and you're going to discover some things that you may not know was available to you. Okay, so why the Shooting Star Kit is in place is not only to give you that opportunity to do that extra kit, which is your option. You don't have to purchase it. It definitely will help you with, again, building your display for your home parties, but putting them, you know, products in people's hands faster. You can also, the benefit is that if you want to, you can sell it off for full price and make a profit. So that's your option. But if you're looking to do a business, I suggest to keep that product and use it as a business tool for demoing the product to your clients. Why the $500? Most of you went, $500, what? Right? We all said, I can't do that. I don't know enough people to do 515 days. Well, hi, I said that, but guess what, guys? I earned it in the first 3 days. So you have to know the power of the social media of today. We're in 2016. When I started, it was 2011. Social media wasn't as dominant. But I still was able to get online sales through sending my website through email. And I got orders that way. So when there's a will, there's a way. And social media is definitely becoming a huge tool with direct sellers, you know, home-based businesses. So you got involved in your business at the perfect time. So, and we just keep getting more tools from our Scentsy business. The home office keeps making it easier and easier to connect our business to our to social media. But where does the $500 come from? $500 is a specific purpose. One, $500 is the average Scentsy party. So if you have a launch party, which we insist and encourage you to do a launch party in your first 10 days. Why 10 days when you have 15 days to earn it? Because you're giving yourself a 5-day leeway in case some people don't make it. You need to make some follow-up calls, maybe go meet them for coffee so they can smell some scents. Whatever that may be, it gives you some leverage, some moving room before you have to have that 500 in. If you invite at least 30 people, statistics show that 6 to 10 people will show up. And statistically, if 6 to 10 people show up, you will average a minimum of $500 in sales. So that's where that $500 comes from. So that's what your goal is to, if you haven't scheduled your launch party, schedule it now. Schedule it today. I mean, not to have it today, but schedule it. Look, get your calendar out. Look where you can do it in the next within your 10 days of your 15 days. So if you joined 2 days ago, you know, you want to do it in the next 8 days. And now if you can't swing that, it's okay. If you need to do it on your 11th day, that's fine. But the goal is to do it with enough time so you have some wiggle room, basically. And a second reason why the 500 is that you are halfway already in your first 15 days of your business to promoting in the company. That's awesome, right? What other job have you had that you've worked for a company and you've able to promote in the first month, right? I know it's possible. There's some places out there, but it's very rare. But here's another bonus. It's not only just getting promoted by title, but you also are going to get a 5% raise. You're going to go from 20%, which is where you start as an essential consultant, And then you bump up to a certified consultant once you sell $1,000. So you're halfway to that $1,000, and you bump up to 25%. Now that 25% is a lifetime, all the way up to superstar director, which is the top of the compensation plan, in your own personal sales. Now, there are some bonuses that you can choose to receive if you want to put the work in. Any given month that you sell $2,000 in sales in that month, you get an automatic 5% sales bonus, giving you 30% on that commission month. So now the average party is 500. So if we do the math, it was 4 parties a month, and goaling yourself at 500, you will hit that $2,000. Now, the reason why I can say that so confidently is because I did it for 2 years straight, every single month. And why did I stop after the 2 years? Is because I started to really focus on coaching. So my time with doing parties was not as available. My time was more focused on coaching all of you. And I wasn't looking for new business as much. I wanted to focus more on the business I've already established. Now, I'm actually in the phase of my business now, 5 years later, as a star director, that I'm now able to coach my team as well as have time to do parties and meet new people. So there's a lot of sacrifice in the beginning because there's a learning curve. Things take a little bit longer in the beginning to do because you're just learning how to do them. Once you learn them, you're able to get them going and you're able to do them a lot faster. So now I'm able to do my coaching, run my own business, and have a family time, all with actually more time available than I've ever had, you know, working a full-time job for somebody else. And when I first started the business. So it's so worth it, guys. It's so worth it. Now, you may be saying, okay, great, Jess, but I have a full-time job already. Here's the thing, guys. I can't tell you, I'd be lying if I told you I had a full-time job when I started my business. And I haven't worked for anything else since. I've been my own boss for the last 5 years, and I will never have to work for anybody else again. Now, the bonus that I had is that I was able to submerge myself, you know, every single day into building my business. So my business built a lot faster. I was on the fast track of building a Scentsy business. So I had that luxury. Now, the luxury I didn't have is I was starving. We were broke. And when I say broke, that wasn't mean that I don't have extra money to go get my hair done. I mean, I didn't have money to put milk in the refrigerator. That's how broke we were. So yes, I did submerge myself because I didn't have the time, or I didn't have the option to not dive in. So if you do have a full-time job, one, that is a blessing in so many ways. The economy today in 2016, people are being let go all the time from careers. I see it. They come to me looking for a business they don't have to get laid off from, and they're sick of being laid off. So I see people come to me telling me, I've been with this company for 23 years and I had a stable position. I was, you know, one of the highest positions in the company, and they just let me go. So it happens. And I'm not trying to scare you guys, but what I'm trying to tell you is that, one, the average consultant does have a full-time job. Okay. 2, use that as a benefit to you as a business, because you see people on a regular basis. You're out in circulation, whether it's with your people that you're going to say, oh, I see the same faces every day. But when you really pay attention, you go get gas because you go back and forth to work every day. You go to lunch, maybe to pick up lunch. You know, you may go to a different office to, you know, for meetings, whatever that may be. You are out in circulation way more than I am as a stay-at-home mom and now a business owner that is solely from my home. I personally have to make time to get myself out in circulation. Now, stay-at-home moms that are only doing this, and this is, you know, I'm talking to you now, you have the benefit of spending more time on social media. Now, I promise you that if you spend too much time on social media, you will be not working smarter. You'll be working harder. You want to utilize social media as a benefit, but do not think that hanging out on social media all day is going to get your business built. Okay, that's like a disclaimer from me, from experience. But then a little tip for me, because you may be saying, yeah, I never go out of my house. I mean, I'm watching my kids. I never get to go out and, you know, go anywhere except for maybe the grocery store. Utilize any time that you're out. The park, the grocery store, mommy and me classes. You know, if you're not a part of them, get a part of them. And then one thing that our upline superstar director, Becca Levi, which you're probably getting emails from, and you're on our Super Saturday calls with her and her partner, Callie Petticord. They're business partners and mom and daughter, just in case you didn't know that, which is awesome. That's my goal, is to be mom and daughter business partners one day with my daughter. Anyways, she always says, you know, plan a trip to the supermarket to buy a banana. You know, whether you need bananas or not, you know, that investment of spending $1 can make you meet your next biggest client or hostess that introduced you to 25 new people, or maybe your first consultant or next consultant that ends up changing your organization. So you have to keep that mindset of that every time you are near people, it is a business opportunity. Okay. So halfway to certified is your 500, and you'll be bumped up to 25. Now you'll get the 5% bonus if you get your sales of 2,000 any month that you do that. So you would be making 30%, which is a $600 commission check. Could you do something with $600? Nowadays, most people's car payments are about $600, sometimes a little bit more. But if you can take $600 off that car payment, I'm sure that can help, right? So you really have to sit down and think, you know, what am I willing to do and what do I need to do? Okay, so those are two different things, because you may need to do it. You may need the money, but are you willing to put the work in? That's a question only you can answer. Okay, so there's endless opportunities in this business. It's just what you're willing to do, what you're willing to make time for. Because the one thing I can say with every consultant I've ever talked to is they all say they don't have the time. But here's the thing, the consultants that are making the time are making the money and creating the freedom that they would like in their life. So it's all about, when I said sacrifice in the beginning, it's about sacrificing, you know, maybe an extra half hour of sleep, or an hour if you're willing to really dive in. You know, not going to bed when you normally do. Stay up an extra half hour, an extra hour. Get up an extra half an hour or hour. Whatever that may be, you know, be on a training call while you're at the gym. You know, really utilize your time wisely. It works. When there's a will, there's a way. Because when you get on these calls, you're going to hear endless amount of successful people with jobs, no jobs, part-time jobs, 20 kids, you know, 10 kids in different sports programs, all of the above. I mean, every walk of life. They are there showing all of us that it's possible, that there's ways to make it happen, but you have to be willing. So ask yourself, are you willing to do those things? If you're not, that's okay. It's your business. But you're not going to get the rewards that are available to you. For instance, I'm doing this specific training in August of 2016. Now, every August, our annual incentive period starts, which is basically an all expenses paid trip to somewhere around the world. So that is available to you as a new consultant. Is that something that interests you? Do you want to travel? Do you want to see the world? Would you like to go around the world somewhere amazing for free? Would you like to go on maybe a second honeymoon or a first honeymoon with your husband or your wife, your significant other, whatever? Would you like to go on a trip with you and take your mom and have a mom and daughter trip? You know, what is that? What sparks your interest, and what is going to be the goal or the incentive to make you actually do those sacrifices? Is it money? Is it the relationships you're building? Is it the confidence you're building that you can build with this business? Is it the opportunity to travel? You know, the time with your family eventually? The sky's the limit, seriously. Okay. Hi, everyone that's on live. I have some people that are on live here. So, you know, if you have any questions while you're on live, please ask them. If I'm confusing you, if I'm sparking a question, this is the time to jump on and type in the message and ask me, because I'll be happy to answer for you. Okay, so moving on. Now, the third reason, so the first reason is your, the $500 is the average party. The second is it's halfway to certified, which is your first promotion. And third is that that is the minimum qualification to be a sponsor in the company and be paid off of your downline. It's called a sponsoring bonus, okay? So Scentsy and pretty much every direct sales company, I don't know how, all the other programs, compensation plans are different, but the one thing that's amazing about Scentsy is that Scentsy makes sure that your sponsor and upline are assisting you, or they're not going to be compensated. So anybody can sponsor a new consultant. They can get you signed up and then you never hear from them again. So why would Scentsy pay them for you joining the team, which they don't? You actually have to be doing something, and you know, in order to make any money. So just in case, I'm going to get that out of the way. You may be considering joining Scentsy and just watching this, or you may be brand new and you don't know this. Just so you know, your sponsor does not make anything off of you joining at all. So if you do nothing, they make nothing. So don't think that, you know, somebody's offering you the opportunity because they're trying to just get you to join to make some money, because that is not the case at all with this business. The way the compensation plan works is that you have to be actively working in order to your sponsor and your upline to be making any type of compensation. But with that being said, they have to be also working. They have a minimum sales goal every month to sell at least $500 every month in order to be paid off their downline. As well is that their downline has to be achieving certain goals, which is different at every level, which makes your sponsor and upline willing to coach you and take the time. Like I'm taking the time right now to be live to train you guys. This is basically me putting in my time. And for you, I'm investing my time in you. So the company, and hopefully this training helps you to be able to become successful in your business. And eventually the company will compensate me with the success of whatever you're doing. So, and it definitely changes as the business, you grow in the business. You do get more opportunities to get percentages off of your downline the higher you go up the rank, as well as the nice thing about Scentsy is that you do not make more the higher the consultant goes. So I'm going to rephrase that. I'm going to say that again. I personally, as a sponsor and an upline, do not make more for you to promote. The higher you promote, the less percentage I actually receive. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why would I want anybody to promote, right? Why would I want to help somebody promote so I can make less money? That I know that's everybody's initial thought, and a very valid one. Here's the thing. In essence, the more successful you become, that means you are building your own team. Okay, so the higher up the rank, the titles you go, you are going to a lead consultant after certified, which means you've sponsored at least one person, then to star, superstar consultant, director, star director, and superstar director. Now, the reason why we want to encourage sponsors to assist their downline to promote and to continue to grow, one, you go up the compensation plan, and then you are actually given more opportunity to be paid off of a larger scale of your team. Now, this may be going over your head, and don't worry, I didn't even understand this until after the first year of my business, and I was already a director. So don't worry about it. But I will tell you, it will connect, It will make sense, and you will see how generous this company really is and how they really are making everybody work together as a team. They created this compensation plan to truly define what teamwork is that if you are working, if you're successful, I'm successful. And the more successful you become, I will be compensated in different ways, meaning a larger, even though I'm getting a smaller percentage off of you and your team is larger. So I'm going to get that percentage off of that larger wholesale volume of more people. Does that make sense? So it's like a family. That's why we call ourselves Scentsy family. All right. So now we know where that $500 comes from, okay? If you can make $500 in your first 15 days, you are absolutely going to not have to worry about selling 500 in the full 30 days, right? In order to be paid off of your downline. So that's just Scentsy training you to see that psychologically, because we all start out with thinking $500 is an insane amount of money that is impossible. We all do. Unless you've hosted before and you're like, yeah, all my parties are that and more. So you may be saying, no, $500 doesn't seem hard. But the people that have never hosted before and never, or never done either sold Scentsy or a direct sales company or whatever, or been to a party and see what the results are, we all kind of go, oh my gosh, $500. But so what they're doing is they're basically letting us see it for ourselves that it's possible. And that's building our confidence to say, well, if I can do 515 days, I could do 1,000. I could do 2,000 in 30 days if I do one party a week, right? So, and then the beauty of Scentsy is that we have all these extra other ways and avenues to work our business. Social media, we have on-the-go parties with mini testers, which are these little guys. Now, one thing I will tell you is that if you earn your shooting star, you're not only going to have the opportunity to earn that enhancement kit, but your sponsor gets a $25 credit. Now, what I do, and I'm not going to throw any other sponsors over under the bus right now, but maybe I am. But what I do is I actually put my credit that the company gives me for helping you earn Shooting Star by coaching you, and I invest in you. I actually purchase you a mini tester set. So this is so you can have more products. More tools. This is a tool. We call these our mini employees. We give these to a hostess. They go to work, they go to the gym, they go to the Sunday brunch with their friends, and they collect orders. So if we have, 2 to 3 of these out a month, plus we're doing home parties, that $2,000 is like cake. It's cake, okay? Again, I've done it. So my sponsor has a full-time job, very busy lady. She doesn't have time to do home parties as much as she'd like. So she is like the queen of basket parties. These are called bag parties or on-the-go parties, basket parties, whatever you want to call them. But she makes sure she has like 6 of these out a month, okay? And that's how she does her sales. So this is an option. So if you hit there's so many ways to really be rewarded by hitting your 500. It's helping you get certified, which we want you to be certified as soon as possible because we want you to make the most money off of your sales, right? If you hit your 500 in your first 15 days, you're also going to get your kit money back. In the US, you spent $100. If you sell 500, even if you just did your 500 your first 15 days, that's 20%. You're going to get your $100 back. You're going to be making $120. So that's worth it in itself just to get your money back. And then everything else on top of that is a profit. Okay. So now you know why you should absolutely don't count yourself out for the first 15 days shooting star goal. This specific August in 2016, if you're watching this later, you're probably going to go, oh my gosh, that sucks. That offer isn't, I don't know, because I don't know what they're going to do next year or the year after. But this specific one, they do bonuses all the time randomly. August 1st, we didn't know about it until then. They decided to give anybody that earns the shooting star goal that joins in August, if they earn it, they get it for free. What? Right? So if you're joining in August or you've already have, OMG, that's free product. Over $200, closer to $300 in free product. That is the reason itself to hit your 500. So there's a ton of reasons why your goal should absolutely be 500 in your first 15 days. 100%. And the only person that's going to benefit is you. So absolutely get your party launch, your online party booked on your workstation, which I'm going to show you how to do, and schedule that launch party. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just throw it out there because I know a ton of you are saying, I don't know anybody. Guess why I know that? Is because I hear it all the time and I was one of those people, okay? So I'm just going to call you out right now and tell you that you know people. Whether you just moved to your town, because I was one of those people. I was a brand new military wife in a new place and I didn't know anybody except for my lady across the street that I waved to and was kind of getting close to becoming friends to. So you know people. Set up a launch party at your home, okay? And invite anybody that you see in the next 8 days or 10 days. I don't care if you just meet them. Carry around invitations with the date, the time. Start conversations with people at Starbucks, whatever, and be like, you know what? I just started this new business. I know that we just met, but I'm really just trying to introduce this business to anybody and kind of get some practice on, you know, feedback with the products and introduce the products to you. You may end up loving it. You may have a lot of feedback that maybe this isn't your bag. You don't like the products, but you know, if you have time on Friday at blah, 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 I would love, love, love for you to show up. And anybody that shows up is going to get a little tiny prize. Now, that's up to you, that extra part. Now, that little tiny prize can be a sample, could be a little tiny mold of wax. That's free product, okay? You could use your own product if you want. That's what I did. I used the wax that was already my personal wax. I didn't buy extra wax to make molds. I literally used my own personal stock, made samples, and anybody that showed up, I gave them a sample, just thanking them for coming. And guess what, guys? People showed up. People showed up. I was blown away. I was like, they actually came? They actually came. They did. Strangers. But here's the thing. If you're genuine, if you're excited, and you're just being honest, just saying, please, I really need your support. I don't know you, but I would love your feedback. I would love your support if you love Scentsy at all, okay? So that's one suggestion. Also, meet your neighbors. You may be like, oh, I'm a homebody. I don't really like meeting people. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you have to step out of your comfort zone in order to make money in this business. You have to, okay? So go meet your neighbor next door. Say, hey, I've been your neighbor for the last 2 years, and I just thought maybe I'd knock on your door and say hi. And you know what? I'm actually just started this business, and so I'd love for you to come over on Friday, and I'm just having like some hors d'oeuvres and, you know, this and that. And I'd love for you to come over and just kind of listen to what my new business is about, and then you can give me your feedback. I'd love the practice on you. People will come, guys, but you have to ask, because if you don't ask, the answer is no. That's all there is to it. If you don't ask, the answer is no. Okay? So I'm not here to sugarcoat things. I'm here to coach you. I'm here to tell you what is reality. And in the last 5 years, I've coached hundreds of people, and they've all given me the general same rebuttals. But I'm here to tell you, if you step out of your comfort zone, all of those same people that didn't think that they knew anybody, didn't think they had time, they made the time and they found ways to meet people. Okay, so definitely set up your online party. All the people you do know out of state, which you'd be lying to me if you told me you didn't know one soul other than yourself. Your, you know, family's friends, your sister's college friends, whatever. There's people. If you're on Facebook, you have at least 2 friends. Okay, so those are people you want to introduce your business to. Okay. Before we get into setting up your online party on your workstation, which is this, that's our last segment for the 1 to 3 days training. And then I'm going to start on another training. You can watch it another time, or you can just go right into it. I'm sorry, my office is really, really hot right now. I need to turn my fan on. But anyways, we want to talk about your list of 100 because we're talking about how to meet people, who to invite to your launch party. Again, they may not be able to physically make it, whether they live in your town or not. You can still take orders over the phone. You can make coffee dates and go and grab their order. They don't have to physically show up for you to get their order, okay? Whew, you know what? I'm gonna have to just have you hold 1 second because I'm literally dying. This shirt is like a net. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right. Whew, that's better. Oh, okay. So I think it's because my lights above, they're really bright and they're like really hot. Anyways, okay, so your list of 100. Yeah, I know you're telling yourself and you're telling me I don't know 100 people, right? Or you're like, I know more than 100 people. Great, then grab another piece of paper. But the people that are saying, Jess, I don't know 100 people, I'm here to tell you, you do. We just have to start thinking out of the box, okay? So what we obviously want to start writing down is the people that automatically come to mind. Your sister, your friend next door, your mom, your aunt, your best friend from college, whatever. Those people that automatically come to mind, write them down. Don't exclude them from your list. The reason why is we have to visually see how many people we actually know and we can introduce this business to. Okay, so even your best friend that lives next door, write that person down, okay? Then we need to start thinking out of the box of friends, coworkers, schoolmates that maybe are from the past. Maybe you used to work with this person. Maybe you went to school with them and you're still friends with them on Facebook, or you have their email address. One thing I will tell you is that Scentsy reconnects relationships. It rebuilds relationships. Yes, the initial reason is because you're trying to reach out to get support and introduce your business to. But the beauty is it gives you a reason to reach out, and you will redevelop or create, maybe you didn't have a real strong relationship, create a relationship that you've never had before. It rekindled one of my best friends, literally in the world, a relationship that we kind of drifted apart for about 2 years right before Scentsy. And because of Scentsy, I swallowed my pride and reached out to her. And she ended up joining my team. She was the first person that ever joined. I was like, no, don't join. I don't know what I'm doing. And she gave me the confidence to say, let's just do this together, Jess. Let's learn together. And I was like, well, I can do that. Awesome. So I encourage you to think of those people, the people that first popped in your brain. Those are the people you're going to introduce the business to, because you want those people on board with you, because you want to be able to celebrate with them. You want to be able to powwow with them about how to, strategies of how to, be creative with your business. You want people to be involved in the business that you love to be around. So your best friend or your mom or your sister are the people that you should say, hey, I don't want you to support me. I want you to join me. Okay. And it's so much fun. My mom, both my sisters, my sister-in-laws, my whole family are Scentsy consultants, my cousins. So, and we all do this together. There's plenty of business for everybody. And so that's where we're going to find these people, is the list of 100. Then once you get this initial list of people down that pop out of your brain, that's when you have to start getting further and more creative. Your nail lady, your hair person, the post office guy that drops off your mail every single day. Scentsy's for everyone, guys. Don't think that it's only for women, because I'm going to tell you right now, some of my best clients that literally order from me like every other week are men. And they're not feminine men, although the feminine men love Scentsy too. They're men that just love their house to smell good, or love our groom products. love their office to smell good, their cars to smell good. They love the products for their kids, whatever that may be. They think they're great gifts. So do not exclude men from your list, okay? Some other people that you want to think of is maybe your kids' school teachers. Have you created a relationship with them in the past? Reach out to those people. I have to tell you, school teachers love Scentsy. I can't tell you how many team members on my team in my downline are school teachers because they love it so much they just join. So school teachers, anybody in any type of salon, like I said, hair salon, tanning salons. Who do you see do you go to the same person and check out from them at the grocery store every week? Do you go to, you know, Chili's once a month with your family and you tend to go to the same waitress? That's somebody you're going to invite. So there's so many people, but you just have to be willing to invite them, because that's really all we can do, guys, is invite. The rest is up to them. They can say no. It's not going to kill you. And here's the biggest secret that anybody you're going to hear from Scentsy tells you, is that just because you get no now, it doesn't mean no forever. It's just no for now. Because my own mom said she wasn't interested in buying Scentsy, and she ended up not only buying later, but she ended up joining later. So don't count people out that say that don't feel like they're not interested in the beginning. And here's another thing that all consultants tell me is they say, oh, you know what, I was kind of disappointed that the people that I thought would support me, like my closest friends, my family, aren't as supportive. I'm going to share with you why. In this, I mean, it's not always the case, but the majority of the reason is because of the statistics of direct selling, okay? Direct selling, unfortunately, in the very beginning of direct selling, got a bad rap because there was a lot of pyramid schemes out there, right? And when there was a lot of pyramid schemes out there, people would get involved in them, they'd get burned, and they thought that they were bad things to get involved with. So the people that have been around since then still have that in the back of their mind, and they think, oh, you're a part of one of those direct sales things. So what they're thinking is pyramid scheme. They're not thinking, you know, you're selling a product from home, which is what you're doing. And that is, just so you know, if you're wondering what qualifies a pyramid scheme, is that when the consultant is being paid to get people to sign on board, which I told you in the beginning, we do not. And second, there is not a product to sell, okay? They're literally just taking money to join some type of a program that there's no product or a product that's being exchanged. So that right there, you know that Scentsy's not a pyramid scheme, because we definitely have products that we sell a lot, an amazing top of the line products, and your sponsor does not get compensated at all for for you joining at all. Okay, so you can put that to rest with your family if you do get the question or the concern. Secondly,